Have you previously played King's Quest V? Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
My castle? What has happened?
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Well, don't stop now, go on.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordak then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Why would this wizard, Mordak, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordak who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see... Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak. Oh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
What is that stuff?
Oh, Oh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good. Come on, up here! Follow me! There it is, down here. Come on.
Okay, here I come.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog. Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye, aye, Crispin.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Ooh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Ooh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find. That won't do. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You should find that quite helpful. here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlock could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh, me!
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
And after that long intro, welcome finally to my new Let's Play of King's Quest V. Yes, we are finally here. This is like the 8th King's Quest I've done, if you count the 3 remakes I did. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first game Sierra did in VGA, I believe. And the first also that they did in point and click. The first point and click one they did of this type. So its controls are very basic. You have your walk icon to walk. If you click the eye icon on something.
Impatiently, Cedric waits for Graham.
Shut up, Cedric. You have your hand icon to touch or interact with things, and your speech icon to talk.
Cedric seems to be quietly contemplating their current situation, and so is not inclined to indulge in conversation right now.
Oh, Cedric. He is the most important and most beloved character in the whole King's Quest series. When people talk about Cedric, they only have good things to say, because he's just the best. Can you hear the sarcasm? Okay, so so we got full-on voice acting. We've had a long intro, and now we have a storyline. To start off, I would like to say that the graphics are beautiful. I like the sound effects. I love the music. Let's see how the rest of the game fares. Alright, so let's get to walking. I should probably turn the speed up all the way. And I cannot turn on subtitles, so I just got to listen very hard.
The sign seems self-explanatory enough. Enter at your own risk.
I do like the narrator too. I love his voice.
An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest.
Just look around at stuff.
King Graham, heavy of heart, searches far and wide for his beloved family, who've been stolen by the evil wizard Mordak.
What could Mordak want with his family? Also, I should note that if you've watched or played the VGA remakes of the first 3 games, the guy who does the voice of Graham actually returned to do the voiceovers for that. And it was all free, so that was pretty cool of him. After he turned into an old man, he still had the cool Graham voice going on.
Cedric perches nervously on a tree limb at the edge of a gloomy forest.
Oh, Cedric.
Back to the east is Crispin's house.
Well, we don't want to go back there.
Upon a fallen log sits a dashing young prince who looks very sad and confused.
See, where are we now, Cedric?
Let's say hello to the young prince, Graham. He looks like he could use a good cheering up.
If you insist. There's a bird taking a bath there. How cute.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I'd better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
Okay, and I swear that same sprite right there is used in Quest for Glory, the VGA version of it. In fact, a lot of the sound effects and everything are, which is something that I don't mind, since Quest for Glory has such good music and sound effects and stuff, so you can use some of that. Okay.
With a fine view of the rushing river, the bakehouse sits a bit out of town, along an old rutted road. Cedric keeps an eye on Graham near the town bakehouse.
Oh yeah, by the way, we are in Serenia, and I believe Serenia is actually the land where Alexander landed back in King's Quest III when he had to get off that ship. Furthermore, Serenia has actually been in another Sierra game, one done way before even the first King's Quest. Well, not way before, but in a game called The Princess, or The Wizard and the Princess, or Princess and the Wizard, one of those. And it's an interesting game because it's one of those older ones where it's mostly, you know, typing. It's almost like Zork, but with very, very minimal graphics. And someday I'll do it for this channel just for fun, but it's not a very exciting game, and it's not like it has a great story. But the whole thing takes place in Serenia. So yeah, it's more or less a prequel to the King's Quest series. Anyway, we don't want to go in that house. We want to go this way, I believe. If Graham will go. There we go. And here's the town.
Secure within a small pen, a spotted cow quietly chews her cud. The quaint little town of Serenia nestles at the base of a great snow-capped mountain range which rises sharply to the east.
Snow-capped mountain range?
Any journey across the great mountains promises to be very perilous indeed.
Hopefully we won't have to go that way. Spoiler alert, we will. Now, where is Cedric? Is that him?
Cedric waits for Graham just outside the small town.
Ooh, if you follow this road along the river, you'll come to the town bakehouse. You might find something delicious. I mean, useful there.
Yes, a bakery is exactly what we need to find our family.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
That's going to be a theme throughout the game, folks. Oh, and the music got loud. Okay, can I turn that down? Oh, if I turn that down, then the voices will be quiet too. Oh well. Anyway, so we're in the town of Serenia, and because of that long intro, I think I'm actually going to have to end it off here. So, what can we do to find Mordak and save our family? Well, let's begin our journey towards this next time on Let's Play King's Quest V. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.